Hecker won't allow him to do so, and so Brighton come away with possession. Short in towards the path of João Pedro, recovered by Boubakary Soumare. Now Ndidi on the halfway for Leicester City. 2 minutes of this second half played. Leicester 0, Brighton Hove Albion 1. Here's Jornaya again in towards the path of Christensen. Connor Cody on the halfway, switching it out towards the right hand side. Was looking to find McAteer towards the edge of the penalty area, but recovered by Brighton. Have possession with Weifer, who has come on for this second half for Fabian Hirschler's men, who would go up to 5th in the Premier League table with a win here this afternoon. Been such a good start to life in the dugout for the youngest ever manager in Premier League history. But here's Vardy, the ball's broken free, inside the box he goes, he's looking for support, back in towards the path of El Khanous, who has 3 players up against him, out towards Vardy, right hand side edge of the penalty area, in towards the path of McAteer. Here's Vardy again, being put under pressure by João Pedro, just into Vardy, and now towards McAteer. Going to get the better of Van Hecker. The cross goes in, last touch comes off the Brighton defender. It's going to be a corner kick to Leicester on the right hand side as they attack in this second half. Ball played forward by Vardy in towards the possession of McAteer, coming off of Van Hecker, and now a play for a corner. Leicester's 3rd corner of the game. Brighton have had 4 so far. This one to be taken by the Moroccan Bilal El Khanous. He's going to swing it in on his right foot from the right hand side for Leicester City. In towards the near post, fired in but flicked away by Ferguson. Back in the mix of it goes by Soumare, but Evan Ferguson gets it away for the Seagulls, drives it forward down the left hand side. João Pedro couldn't quite get the beating of Wilfred Ndidi, who goes down to the ground. Them two have been involved in a few battles in the opening period, and they resume that mini duel in the pitch at the beginning of the second half. Two just tangling along with one another. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the Premier League this afternoon, Fulham lead Arsenal by a goal to 0. 51 minutes gone at Craven Cottage in that one. Raul Jimenez's strike in the 11th minute, giving Fulham the lead. Was Ipswich the Bournemouth by a goal to 0. 5 minutes into the second half there, Connor Chaplin's strike midway through the first half, giving Ipswich the lead there. Both of those games also available this afternoon via the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Also got updates from the Women's Super League and the EFL Championship this afternoon. In the completed games, Manchester United got the better of Liverpool by 4 goals to 0. Manchester City beat Leicester 4-0, and it finished Tottenham Hotspur 2, Everton 1. Meanwhile, in the game still ongoing, Arsenal lead Aston Villa by 2 goals to 0. Chelsea 3-1 to the good against Brighton, and it is West Ham United 2, Crystal Palace 2. Indeed, he's still down on the ground and still in need of receiving treatment here. Much to the concern of Van Nistelrooy. Well, whilst we've got the opportunity, just a reminder what else happened at the Premier League in the Premier League this weekend. The Merseyside derby between Everton and Liverpool was postponed due to Storm Dara. Aston Villa got the better of Southampton by a goal to 0. John Duran strike midway through the first half. The difference between the two sides there. Brentford beat Newcastle by 4 goals to 2. Brian and Bremer getting the opener 8 minutes in. Had a time of Isak equalising 3 minutes later. Johanna Visa put Brentford 2-1 to the goods. Just before the half-hour mark, Harvey Barnes equalising a few minutes later. So 2-2 that game was at the break before Nathan Collins made it 3-2 11 minutes after the restart, and Kevin Schrader making it 4-2 in stoppage time at the end of that one. Oliver Skipp is due to come on here for Leicester City in place of Wilfred Ndidi, who's still down on the deck and not looking in the best of states down there. So he manages to get himself back up on his feet, moving gingerly as he gets back up. Oliver Skipp's going to come on here for Leicester in the 51st minute. Ndidi this afternoon comes to a premature end. You have just joined us. 52 minutes have elapsed And it is Brighton and Hove Albion that lead Leicester City here in the Premier League, courtesy of Terry Clamptey's 37th minute goal to nil. Leicester moving forward. They've had a brighter start to this second period. Vardy in towards the possession of Soumane, out towards the right hand side. Soumane again, edge of the box, fighting by Obelau, turning his fire inside the air, gets a shot away, comes off of Van Hecker. The last touch rebounding off the Leicester City man, and goal kick is the call, much to the frustration of the Foxy striker, who thought that should have gone for a corner out on the right hand side. Ball fired in by Al Kounnous. Vardy with his back to goal, turning on his right foot before then we get the strike away on that same foot, but Van Hecker sticking his right leg out to block the initial effort. It came rebounding off of Jamie Vardy, out of play for a Brighton goal kick. They don't make the most use of it, and it's going to go out here for a Leicester throw on the left, midway inside the right hand side as they attack, midway inside the Brighton half, in towards the path of McAteer. Cross goes in, out of play will go for a corner on the right hand side. 53.5 minutes on the clock. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. And it's going to be Victor Christensen to take this corner on the right hand side for Leicester. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinging delivery. Numbers towards the near post, and that's where it goes, but Estepinian's going to get there first. It was a low drill corner on the left foot of Christensen, which was easily cleared, and now Brighton look to break up the other end. Ayari, Skip gets there first. No foul in the eyes of the referee is Ayari went down to the deck, and now Leicester to move up the other end, and they got spaces opening up for McAteer. Was looking to fire through Vardy first time towards the edge of the penalty area. The ball comes back in towards McAteer's path, but Van Hecker gets there first, winning the possession back for Brighton. Now playing out towards Rutter, driving beyond the halfway line. He's got Lamptey in support on the right, threads it through to the middle and towards Ferguson, but Cody steps out and recovers possession for Leicester City. Here's Jordan Ayew back in towards the path of Connor Cody again. Here's James Justin for Leicester City, in towards the path of Cody once more. Now here's Yannick Vestergaard. Cody once again, heading towards the possession of James Justin, threaded through the middle but recovered by Brighton, who win possession back with Vifer. Here's Terry Clamptey, who will play it back in towards the path of Bart Verbruggen, out towards Terry Clamptey once again. Reminder, from 4:30 we'll have Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea for you elsewhere on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Brighton here have possession with Matoma. Left hand side is the penalty fire back towards João Pedro, who strikes one, comes off of the head of Yannick Vestergaard and out of play for a corner on the right hand side as Brighton attack. Arsenal have got an equalising goal against Fulham. We'll tell you more about that in just a second. We'll also have an update from the Championship, where the Hawthorns, West Bromwich Albion and Sheffield United go head to head. So corner kick here for Brighton and Hove Albion on the right hand side as they attack. It's going to be swung in on the left foot of Pervis Estepinian. Low drill towards the near post, flick back in towards the mixer by Vifer. Pedro pinballs around the area, he's going to come back out, but one back by Jamie Vardy, who loses it out straight away to Estepinian, edge of the box, threads it through, looking to find João Pedro, but it comes onto his right foot, he rebounded onto it, couldn't quite get anything clean, and so the ball will go out of play. It's going to be a Leicester City goal kick. Arsenal have equalised against Fulham at Craven Cottage, 1-1. 58 minutes gone there. William Saliba with a equaliser. Scoring with a shot from inside the box, latching onto a headed pass from Kai Havertz. VAR did have a look at it. Chris Kavanagh, referee there, indicated he was going to review the Arsenal goal through VAR, and then the decision was no offside. Chris Kavanagh pointing to the centre spot to indicate the goal stood after the VAR review, prompting big celebrations from the Arsenal players. 58 minutes gone there. Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. And you can listen to that game elsewhere on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service this afternoon. Meanwhile here, 57.5 minutes gone. Leicester City 0. Brighton and Hove Albion 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Tariq Lamptey's goal in the 37th minute. The difference between the two sides here. Ayari up against El Khanous, who wins it back here for Leicester on the halfway. Fires it out towards the right-hand side and towards McAteer, who's got Estepinian for company forward towards Skip, who looks to keep it in by the dead ball line. Was unable to do so. The ball will trickle out of play, and Bart Verbruggen will have a goal kick to take here for Brighton and Hove Albion. Well, 58 minutes gone here, 18 minutes gone in the Championship, a 3 o'clock kickoff at the Hawthorns. You can keep up to date with live text commentary. It's West Bromwich Albion against Sheffield United. Goalless in that one so far. Not much in terms of key action so far in that particular match, apart from an effort by Darnell Furlong for West Brom early on in the piece there. You can keep up to date with live text commentary on the Flash Score Live audio comment via the Flash Score app, shall I say. A point for Sheffield United would be enough for them to head back to the summit of the Championship table. That was following Leeds' win against Derby County yesterday lunchtime. As for West Brom, they can head into the playoff places with a victory this afternoon. If they were to get the better of the Blades, who would be defeated for just the third time this season. West Brom, who have played 19 games and have drawn 11 of them so far this season. Here's Brighton on the attack with Tariq Lamptey on the right-hand side. 20 yards inside the Leicester City half. Pfeiffer will play it out in towards the possession of Estepinian. Out to Mitoma on the left-hand side. The ball was fired into. And a player will go for a goal kick. We'll keep you up to date with what's happening there between West Brom and Sheffield United as the afternoon goes on. The other key matches this weekend. Friday night, Burnley and Middlesbrough shared a 1-1 draw. Dyke Steele with the opener. Quarter of an hour in for Middlesbrough before Connor Roberts got the equaliser just before half-time. Leeds United beat Derby County by 2-0. Headed efforts towards the end of the first half by Joe Rodon and Matt Vobert, giving Daniel Farker's side the victory in that one. The matches between Cardiff City and Watford and Plymouth Argyle and Oxford United succumbed to Storm Dara. Elsewhere, Sheffield Wednesday and Preston North End shared a 1-1 draw. Sunderland beat Stoke City by 2-1. Blackburn Rovers a 1-0 win away at Hull City. Coventry beat Millwall by 1-0. Portsmouth got the better of Bristol City by 3-0. QPR got the better of Norwich by the same scoreline. And it finished Luton Town 1, Swansea City 1. Final game of the Championship weekend, West Bromwich Albion against Sheffield United. There is a full programme of midweek action that you can keep up to date with by downloading the Flash Score app. Goal notification straight to your phone. Burnley up against Derby County, Luton up against Stoke, Plymouth against Swansea, Portsmouth against Norwich, Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn Rovers, Sunderland against Bristol City, and Leeds United taking on Middlesbrough on the Tuesday night, whilst on Wednesday it's Millwall against Sheffield United, Cardiff against Preston North End, Hull City take on Watford, Queen's Park Rangers up against Oxford United, and it is West Bromwich Albion up against Coventry City. You can keep up to date with all of those games via the Flash Score app, which is downloadable via the Apple App Store and Google Play. It's wherever you get your apps from. Goal notifications from the Championship and across the EFL first to your phone by downloading the Flash Score app, available to the Apple App Store and Google Play. Meanwhile, here at the King Power, 61 minutes on the clock. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Tariq Lamptey striking the 37th minute, the difference between the two teams. Leicester, though, in this second period, have been fighting hard for an equaliser, but as the ball was played through towards Victor Christensen on the left-hand side, around about 30 yards out from goal, he found himself in a offside position, much to the frustration of his manager. Leicester to make two changes here. Casey McAteer's afternoon has come to an end, as to his Jordan Ayew's, and they will be replaced by Bobby Di Cordova-Reid and Steffi Maldivi, respectively, for the final 28 minutes of normal time That remains here at the King Power Stadium, where it is. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. And Mavadivi's first impact of the game is him and Jamie Vardy to hunt as a pack. Vardy committing a foul. Brighton with a free kick on the right hand side. It was Jean-Paul Van Hecker who was hauled to the ground for the Seagulls. Ball played back in towards the possession of Bart Verbruggen between the sticks. 62.5 minutes gone. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Some amongst the Leicester City supporters have found themselves in the Christmas spirit, although if the truth be told, there hasn't been too much to cheer about from a Leicester perspective so far this afternoon. Don't forget as well, I'll have Champions League commentary for you midweek on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Tuesday night, Dinamo Zagreb take on Celtic, Girona up against Liverpool, Atalanta, Real Madrid, and RB Leipzig taking on Aston Villa, Shakhtar Donetsk, Bayern Munich, also part of our offering. On Wednesday night, Arsenal take on Monaco, Dortmund take on Barcelona, Juventus, Manchester City. There are live games and all the other matches available to view via the Flash Score app. Brighton on the attack here. It's Opinion, left hand side, cross goes in, back post, but the cross in just too much for the head of Jorginho Rutter. Lamptey, Alpha Rutter, Lamptey again, cross goes into and around the penalty spot, flicked away by Boubakary Soumane. Here's Christensen here for Leicester City. Has got Jorginho Rutter for company, wins it back, and then Ferguson had a shot towards the edge of the penalty area. Came off of Yannick Vestergaard for Leicester City. Out for 8, throw into Brighton Hove Albion. Right hand side, Jason towards the edge of the Leicester City penalty area. 64.5 minutes played. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Tariq Lamptey's throw on the right, played short in towards the path of Rutter, who's in a battle with Soumane. He had two up against him. He couldn't wriggle past Christensen, but Leicester couldn't get the ball away. Pfeiffer towards Rutter. Now Pedro into the penalty area. Sliding in was Yannick Vestergaard. Brighton still come away with the ball, but play stopped because Bobby De Cordova-Reid finds himself down on the ground. Twice championship winner, doing so with both Fulham and Leicester City. It was Pedro who barged into the Jamaican international, who had Steve McClaren as his boss at an international level, and Ruud van Nistelrooy now his boss at club level. 25 minutes to go, 65 on the clock. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Tariq Lamptey's 37th minute strike, the difference between the two sides here. Here's Matt Pfeiffer, right hand side towards the halfway for Brighton and Hove Albion, back in towards the possession of Van Hecker. Pfeiffer played forward towards Pedro. Tariq Lamptey, now Pedro again, played back in towards the path of Ayari, short towards the path of Rutter, who gets the better of Vardy, but couldn't quite get the better of El Khanous, who won it from behind. Has possession here for Leicester City towards the halfway, up against Matoma, who gets a touch, and a telling touch too, but Leicester City still come away with it. Mavadivi towards Christensen, beautiful play, one touch passing, ball goes in towards the box, but it's cleared away by Lewis Dunk before it could find De Cordova-Reid. And that's what this Leicester City team can do when they get the ball forward. They can get it up the pitch quick. Mavadivi, cross goes in, back post, Vardy's there! But the header goes wide of target. Quick throw by Christensen, shorted towards the path of Mavadivi. Cross goes in, right footed towards the back post, glanced on by Jamie Vardy, but he just couldn't quite keep his header down, the Leicester City skipper. 66.5 minutes on the clock. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Pfeiffer spins his way past Mavadivi. in towards the path of Rutter, right-hand side. He's got Christensen for company. Lamptey on the overlap, but brought inside by Rutter, crossed into the back post, and there was a Yari that was waiting at the back stick. He had James Justin close by, but the ball's going to trickle out for a goal kick to be taken by Mads Madsen in the Leicester City goal. 67 minutes on the clock. Leicester City 0, Brighton Hove Albion 1 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Meanwhile, at the Hawthorns, goal between West Bromwich Albion and Sheffield United. 24 minutes gone, and it is West Bromwich Albion 1, Sheffield United 0. Alex Moret taking corner duties and expertly finding Torbjørn Leiske Hagen, who scores with a header that bounces up off the ground and goes in towards the bottom left-hand corner. So West Bromwich Albion 1, Sheffield United 0 in the Championship. And you can keep up to date with that game via the Flash Score app or via our website, flashscore.co.uk. What that does in terms of the table is it puts West Bromwich Albion into the playoff spots, up into 6th, 31 points on 19 games. Sheffield United would lose pace on Leeds United, level on points with Daniel Farke's side, but Leeds have a superior goals difference, so put them down to 2nd, 38 points from 19 games. Leeds would lead the way. Burnley on 37, Sunderland on 36, Middlesbrough 31, West Brom 31, and Blackburn also on 31, Watford on 30, but they also have a game in hand. Here's Mavadivi into the penalty area. Inside the box he goes. Was just knocked off stride by Rutter, who just dangled a leg out. Managed to get evade it, Mavadivi, but just then lost his stride a little bit. Leicester throw taken by Yannick Vestergaard on this left hand side. Has possession again, 5 yards inside Brighton territory. Mavadivi driving down this left hand side. Cross goes in left footed towards Vardy, who just couldn't quite get there. Dunk will block off the run, and he'll go straight in towards the path of Madsen in the Bart Verbruggen in the Brighton Hove Albion goal. In the WSL, Arsenal 3-0 to the good against Aston Villa. 72 minutes gone in that game. Brighton and Hove Albion have brought one back against Chelsea. It's Chelsea 3, Brighton 2. 72 minutes gone there. Half time between West Ham and Crystal Palace. West Ham United lead by 3-2. Elsewhere in the Premier League this afternoon, 20 minutes to go in the 2 o'clock kickoff, so you can listen to every single 2 o'clock commentary on the Flash Score Live audio commentary. So more on that in a second, because Brighton are preparing a treble substitution here. It's going to see João Pedro, Evan Ferguson and Yasin Ayari depart the scene with 20 minutes to go in this game, and it's O'Reilly, Welbeck and Mintet who are going to come on for the final 20 minutes or so here. And their first job is to see out this Leicester City free kick. Take on the right hand side in towards the box. It's going to fall for Cody, who thought that there was the opportunity to let it go for the corner. There wasn't, and so Leicester have themselves a throw in here. It's Christensen back in towards the possession of Sumane. Now out towards El Kanous. Fired towards the right hand side. In towards the box it goes. Justin looking to find Vardy at the near post, but it's a comfortable catch for Bart Verbruggen at the near post in the Brighton Hove Albion goal. .5 minutes gone here at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Tariq Lamptey's goal in the 37th minute, the difference between the two sides here. Elsewhere in the Premier League this afternoon, Fulham 1, Arsenal 1, and Ipswich lead Bournemouth by a goal to nil. Coming up to the final 20 minutes of those games. 72 minutes gone here. In the WSL this afternoon, the games that have finished, Manchester United beat Liverpool by 4 goals to nil. Manchester City getting the better of Leicester by the same scoreline, and Tottenham with a 2-1 win against Everton. And in the Championship, West Bromwich Albion leads Sheffield United by a goal to nil. Elsewhere in the Championship this weekend, Burnley and Middlesbrough shared a 1-1 draw. Leeds beat Derby by 2 goals to nil. Sheffield Wednesday and Preston North End 1-1. Sunderland beat Stoke by 2 goals to 1. Hull City 0, Blackburn 1. Coventry also winning away from home against Millwall. Portsmouth 3, Bristol City 0. Same score and same win for QPR against Norwich City. And it finished Luton Town 1, Swansea City 1 in the Championship. So Leeds United leading the way. Sheffield United in second position. Burnley, Sunderland, Middlesbrough and West Bromwich Albion occupying the playoff spots in the EFL Championship, whilst at the bottom of the table, the bottom 3 comprise of Plymouth Argyle, Portsmouth and Hull City, who find themselves at the foot of the Championship table. You can keep up to date with every goal from the Championship, and in fact every single goal from the EFL, by downloading the Flash Score app, available on the Apple App Store and via Google Play. Meanwhile here, Max Pfeiffer is about to receive a yellow card for a foul on Bubakai Sumane on the half-break here for Leicester City. Cody feeding the ball in towards his path. Sumane just slipping, just off stretch, and then dangling to get the ball, and then Pfeiffer came sliding in, got the man and didn't get the ball, and so as a consequence has conceded a free kick and has received a yellow card for his troubles. Yannick Vestergaard with the free kick for Leicester, shorted towards the possession of Conor Cody, who'll fire it back in towards his goalkeeper Hermansen. Forward it goes, left-footed to beyond the halfway, flicked on by Van Hecke. Over the top it will go, glanced on in towards the path of Minte. Welbeck's in support into the penalty area, exactly who he's looking to find, but stuffed out by Christensen, who slid it back to his goalkeeper Hermansen, who will clear it away. Brighton though will get a throw on the right hand side, 5 yards from the edge of opposition territory as we approach the final quarter of an hour or so. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, the score here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Terry Clamptey's goal in the 37th minute, the difference between the two sides this afternoon. Here's Matt Pfeiffer back in towards the path of Terry Clamptey. Now here's Lewis Dunk, fired out towards the halfway, fired out and short in towards the possession of Danny Welbeck. Here's Matt Pfeiffer. So we enter the final quarter of an hour of action here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Don't forget, after this you can listen to commentary of Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea. That's from 4:30 this afternoon on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Fulham 1, Arsenal 1 elsewhere, and Ipswich 1, Bournemouth 0. There's Minte to ball inside the penalty area. Cross goes in on the right hand flank, took a deflection en route in towards the arms of Hermansen, who was being given a bit of a shove by Danny Welbeck as he came to collect the ball. Takes a play on the right hand side. Welbeck with a pass in towards Minte, who moved to fire it back across goal. Welbeck was making the run in towards the 6-yard penalty box, but Manson would get there first. Well, I have to say, it's been a second half which hasn't had too much to it. It hasn't been a vintage game here in the King Power this afternoon, but it will be remembered for a terrific goal by Terry Clamptey on the cusp of half-time. Well, let's get you team news then from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham up against Chelsea, our 4:30 offering. We will give you that at the next stoppage in play. In fact, we'll do it now because not much is happening. Tottenham line up in a 4-3-3. It's Fraser Forster and goal, a back four of Pedro Porro, Christian Romero, Mickey van der Ven and Destiny Udogi. Midfield three of Yves Bissouma, Pape Sarr and Dejan Kulizeski. Whilst up top it is Brennan Johnson, Dominic Solanke and Sun Heung-min, who skippers aside this afternoon. Here's Mavadivi, left hand side here for Leicester. Got the better Lamptey, breaks inside the penalty area, hooks the ball in left footed, looking to find Jamie Vardy in and around the back post, was unable to do so. Brighton will come away with possession, cleared by Lewis Dunk, but recovered on the halfway by Connor Cody. Played back in towards the path of Yannick Vestergaard, who has possession inside the centre circle here for Leicester City. Played out in towards the path of Bobby D. Cordova-Reid. Heavy pass by him, and the ball will go out for a throw. Chelsea line up as follows. They play in a 4-2-3-1 this afternoon. Robert Sanchez in goal. They back four from right to left of Moises Caicedo, Benoit Badiashile, Levi Colwill and Marc Cucurella. The two-player pivot is Romeo Lavia and Enzo Fernandez, who skippers the sides. And then Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer and Jadon Sancho just in behind Nicholas Jackson, the sole striker this afternoon for Chelsea. You can listen to that game from 4:30 this afternoon on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Tottenham Hotspur up against Chelsea. And don't forget, we have Champions League action for you in midweek. Dinamo Zagreb, Celtic, Girona, Liverpool, Atalanta, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Villa, Shakhtar Donetsk, Bayern Munich on Tuesday, Arsenal, Monaco, Dortmund, Barcelona and Juventus, Manchester City is our Wednesday offering from the Premier European Club competition. The ball fired out. Minte on the right hand side up against Christensen. Minte gets on the inside of him. Minte still 2-0 Brighton. Excellent from Yankuba Minte, who has come off the bench and has made an instant impact. Brighton double their lead with just over 10 minutes to go. It was excellent by Yankuba Minte, who created it and finished it, sending Victor Christensen on his bike, slalom past him, and then had the simple task of around 6 yards out, rolling the ball on his left foot in towards the bottom left-hand corner, past Mads Hermansen in the Leicester City goal. Leicester City 0, Brighton Hove Albion 2. We have a little over 10 minutes to play. The ball won back on the half, fired out straight away towards Minte, who got the better of Victor Christensen. Inside the penalty area he went, slanting past him, got the better of Cody, and then in and around the penalty spot, slots it left-footed through the side of that left foot in towards the bottom left-hand corner to double the lead. Mads Hermansen was left with no chance in the Leicester City goal. And Brighton Hove Albion with 10 minutes to go have a 2-goal lead. Yankuba Minte adding to the advantage for Brighton and Hove Albion. And as things stand, they'll head up to 5th in the Premier League table. Leicester City from the kick-off make changes. Wout Weiss coming on. Vestergaard and El Khanous coming on for Patson Daka, the other player coming on for Leicester City. "81 minutes gone. Leicester going to have to go for the jugular. Otherwise, Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to experience his first defeat as a Premier League manager. And Brighton nearly found their way forward again there. Ball played along the deck, but it couldn't quite fall for Danny Welbeck inside the penalty area. They do manage to clear their lines eventually to the Foxes, but it's going to be picked up on the halfway by Tariq Lamptey. Van Hecke will play it along the line in towards the path of Lewis Dunk. Here's Van Hecke again, short in towards the possession of Matt O'Reilly, the substitute. Lamptey back in towards the possession of Bart Verbruggen between the sticks for Brighton and Hove Albion. Played out towards the left-hand side, and in towards the possession of Lewis Dunk, short towards Welbeck, who's got two up against him towards the halfway. Out on the left-hand side as Brighton were attacking. The ball goes out. It's going to be a Brighton throw. Fabian Hertz, who I don't think has been overly pleased with the performance, but he'll be happy enough with the points that his side are about to accrue this afternoon. A win that would, as things stand, because of the result at Craven Cottage, would put them up into 5th. 26 points on 15 games. A really good return. And they'd actually find themselves just a point off of Manchester City in 4th position in the table. I mean, I'm going to read you out the top half of the Premier League table because it makes for such intriguing reading. Liverpool top, 35 points on 14 games. Arsenal second, 29 from 15. Chelsea third. They could actually move up to second with a win this afternoon, 28 from 14. Manchester City fourth, 27 points on 15. Brighton 5th, 26 on 15. Nottingham Forest 6th, 25 points. Aston Villa 7th on 25. Brentford 8th on 23. Fulham 9th on 23. Bournemouth 10th on 21 points. Tottenham, Manchester United all in the bottom half of the Premier League table. It's been such an intriguing 2024-25 season. I will continue to cover every twisted turn on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Here's Lamptey, right hand side, 5 yards inside the Leicester City half. 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Leicester City 0, Brighton Hove Albion 2 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. We're going to take you to the Hawthorns in a second, but before that, here's O'Reilly, edge of the penalty out towards Minte, who has another effort. Cold on his left foot first time, but over the bar towards the top left-hand corner by the best part of a couple of yards. We're going to take you to the Hawthorns. West Brom 1, Sheffield United 2. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Chris Wilder's Blades. First one, Callum O'Hare, firing a rebound low in towards the middle of the goal after the ball broke to him inside the box. And then 2 minutes later, a great through ball by Harrison Burrows, setting up Tyrese Campbell inside the box, and he made no mistake, banging the ball in towards the bottom right-hand corner. Sheffield United 2-1 to the good against West Bromwich Albion. You keep up to date with that game via the Flash Score app, available on the Apple App Store and via Google Play. We have a full championship programme midweek. Every single goal you can keep up to date with. We'll have goal updates during our live Champions League commentaries across Tuesday and Wednesday. And you can also keep up to date with everything that's happening in EFL Leagues 1 and 2 by downloading the Flash Score app. It's available via the Apple App Store and via Google Play, where Wycombe Wanderers and Wrexham find themselves in the 2 automatic promotion positions. Wycombe drew 1-1 yesterday against Reading, whilst Wrexham got the better of Burton Albion by a solitary 0-0. In terms of the midweek programme for the pair, Wycombe make a trip to Shrewsbury Town, whilst Wrexham are at home to Cambridge. That's in fact next Saturday. No midweek programme for them. That's next Saturday's fixtures, which will keep you up to date with across the Flash Score Live audio commentary service for sure. Final 5 minutes here though at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Tariq Lamptey's excellent strike in the 37th minute, break in the deadlock for Fabian Hertzler's side before Yankuba Minte's strike in the 78th minute, giving Brighton a priceless second. Leicester City though looking for a response and a reply. Bobby De Cordova-Reid edge of the penalty area. It's towards Vardy! Leicester City back in it! And guess who? Jamie Vardy, the skipper, the talisman, who has given life back into the Foxes. 4 minutes left to go. Jamie Vardy with a goal. It's game back on here at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 1, Brighton Hove Albion 2. Skipping towards the path of De Cordova-Reid. Firing in towards Jamie Vardy, who in and around the 6-yard box was only ever going to do one thing, and that was strike it first time on his left foot in towards the bottom right-hand corner, past the helpless Bartford Bruggen in the Brighton Hove Albion goal. Well, when Leicester City are in need of a hero, Jamie Vardy quite often answers the call. That's his 6th Premier League goal of the season, but straight away Brighton on the attack. Welbeck goes down inside the penalty area. And the referee's blown his whistle, and the decision is penalty. And it's going to be a yellow card for Boubacar Samare, just when Leicester City gave themselves a glimmer of hope. The ball's given away. Welbeck drives forward through the middle, inside the box. Samane pulls him down to the ground. The initial contact was outside the penalty area. It carried on inside it. In fact, it's going to be a free kick. It's just outside the penalty area. My apologies. And that yellow card for Samari means he's going to have to miss the next game for Leicester City. Matt O'Reilly and Danny Welbeck both over this for Brighton and Hove Albion. Just over 2 minutes of normal time to go. Leicester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Free kick to be taken inside the D. Bobby De Cordova-Reid, the draft excluded for Leicester in what is a six-man wall. Welbeck to strike it, bends it up and down, but cannot keep it on target. It goes around 2-3 yards wide of the right-hand post. 88 minutes gone. Leicester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. And we can take it to Craven Cottage, where there's been a goal, and it is Arsenal who have taken the lead with seconds to go. The ball in the back of the net, Bukayo Saka scoring. Matoma's come off for Brighton. He's going to be replaced by Igor for the final few seconds here at the King Power Stadium. Final minute or so. Grandstand finish here at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Just back to the game between Fulham and Arsenal. Well, the goal is under VAR review. We'll tell you more about that in just a second. There's also been a goal between Ipswich and Bournemouth. Bournemouth have found an equaliser. Enes Unal displaying his shooting ability. The ball sailed into the back of the net. It was under review by VAR, but it is good to go, and it is 1-1 Portman Road between Ipswich and Bournemouth. Both of those games have got grandstand finishes, and the Arsenal goal, in fact, has been ruled out by VAR for offside. So it stays Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. You can listen to commentary at the end of that one elsewhere here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Final 20 seconds of normal time here. Leicester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Mavadivi out towards Christensen, edge of the box, left hand side, cuts inside, ball goes in towards the mixer, towards Mavadivi. Brighton wanted a handball, cleared away, and play will resume. Brighton do get it away. Estepinian, not comfortably, but does so in the end. We enter 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this one. Leicester City 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2, and here's Mavadivi winning the ball back. Vardy inside the area. Vardy lays it across. Bobby De Cordova-Reid has equalised for Leicester City in stoppage time. 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes have turned this game on its head. And Ruud van Nistelrooy's unbeaten start to life as Leicester City's manager looks set to continue. It's a substitute, Bobby De Cordova-Reid, at the first minute of stoppage time that has squared it up for the Foxes. It was given away cheaply by Brighton, picked up by Mavadivi, who played it out towards Vardy. He could have had a shot himself from around about 12 yards out. Was unselfish, he had got the better of Dunk, played it along the line, in towards the path of Bobby De Cordova-Reid, who from the best part of 6 yards out, open goal terrain map, was never going to miss. Well, the Seagulls have let it slip from their grasp. For Ruud van Nistelrooy, he celebrates in the rain. He celebrates with a Leicester City supporter in the section right by the dugout. There's a saying in the dressing room here at the King Power Stadium: Foxes never quit. And this afternoon, they have displayed all of those qualities. Leicester City 2, Brighton Hove Albion 2, a grandstand finish here at the King Power Stadium, and now Brighton look to win it themselves. What a dramatic afternoon of Premier League action we've had so far, and maybe the best is still to come. Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea live from 4:30 this afternoon on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. 2 of the 5 minutes of added time have been played. Leicester City 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. There's no way Leicester could win it from here, could they? And what this does do is it could well open up a gap between Leicester and the bottom 3. At one point this afternoon, there was just a point between both sides. But it would be as you were if both scorelines would remain this way. Leicester City would have a 4-point gap between themselves and Ipswich Town. They'd move up to 16th in the Premier League table. Crystal Palace have moved down to 17th. And for Brighton, drop points would see them move up to 7th, but they could have been as high as 5th this afternoon. Such a crazy Premier League season here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Final couple of minutes of stoppage time here. Leicester City 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 2 here in the Premier League on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. A reminder as well, there's Championship action, half time of the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion 1, Sheffield United 2. You can keep up to date with that game. Later on this afternoon, we'll have full-time updates from that game in our 4:30 commentary of Chelsea up against Tottenham Hotspur. You want here, Mavadivi bringing down, that's Vifer. Free kick to Brighton on the halfway. Final 90 seconds or so of stoppage time at the end of this second half. Leicester City 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Ball played out, looking to find Tariq Lamptey, but it's going to be watched out by Victor Christiansen. But one back only as far as Nkuba Minte. Fires the ball in towards the box, flicked on only as far as well, but brings it down first time. Strikes it with his second touch, but it's straight at Hermansen in the Leicester City goal as we enter the final minute of normal time. Meanwhile in the WSL, Arsenal have beaten Aston Villa by 4-0. Chelsea 4-2 winners against Brighton and Hove Albion, and midway through the second half it's West Ham 3, Crystal Palace 2. You can keep up to date with the goals from there elsewhere on the Flash Score app. Manchester United beat Liverpool by 4-0. City beat Leicester by the same scoreline, and it was Tottenham 2, Everton 1. And it looks like Bournemouth are about to get a late winner against Ipswich. We'll head to that following the full-time whistle here. Final play of the game, final 30 seconds here. Leicester 2, Brighton 2. And here's Sumane getting the better of 3. Goes down to the ground, edge of the penalty area. Stuart Atwell signals for a Leicester City free kick. Jean-Paul Van Hecker has his hands on his head. Brighton, who'd led this game by 2-0, face a free kick in the dying seconds, which if Leicester City score, they probably end up winning the game. Jamie Vardy's goal in the 86th minute. Bobby De Cordova's Reed strike in the first minute of the second half stoppage time has given Leicester City a point, and they could cash it in for 2 more here. We're beyond the allotted 5 minutes of stoppage time. You'd think that this is the final tangible play of the game. Mavadivi over the free kick. Jamie Vardy giving him words of advice. The Leicester City skipper. Well, this is the game right here. Mavadivi over this free kick. 4 in the Brighton wall. 25 yards out, just off centre towards the left-hand side. Stuart Atwell blows the whistle. Mavadivi strikes it off the wall, out for a corner. Is there time to take it? No is the answer. Leicester City draw a 2-2 against Brighton and Hove Albion. Desmond at the King Power Stadium. Ruud van Nistelrooy and Fabian Hurtzler shake hands, but it's a game that Seagulls let slip. They had a 2-goal lead going into the final 5 minutes of the game. Tariq Lamptey giving the visitors the lead in the first half. And then Nkuba Minte doubling the advantage with 12 minutes to go. It looked like it was comfortable for Brighton. But then Jamie Vardy, the captain, coming up with the goods. 4 minutes from time. His strike leading a revival for the Foxes before Bobby De Cordova-Reid in the first minute of second half stoppage time. Levelled it up for Leicester City. It finishes 2-2 here. I did promise you I'd take you to Portman Road before I leave you, where Bournemouth lead Ipswich by 2-1. The ball hitting the back of the net. Dango Utara keeping his cool and scoring. There was a VAR review to see whether there was an offside in the build-up to the goal. The referee is checking it, but it looks like the goal will be given. So 2-1 Bournemouth there against Ipswich. It's finished Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. And don't forget to join us from 4:30 for commentary of Chelsea against Tottenham Hotspur. But it's finished here at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 2, Brighton 2.